Hello, my name is Christopher Caruso, and I am an RN at Parkland Hospital. I've been working as a nurse since 2012, August of 2012. I brought you here today because I want to talk to you about some pretty important issues, and those issues revolve around safety awareness. As we all know, that life can throw us curveballs. Anything can happen to anybody at any time, especially when you're trying to start a family, when you're trying to have children, when you're trying to purchase a home or a car. The car could turn out to be a lemon. The house could turn out to have plumbing problems or electric problems that you didn't realize that it had. And having children can be a challenge too. We all know that children can give us opportunities to learn and grow, whether we want to or not. That's just life. Life is full of surprises. Especially whenever when you're dating someone and you've found the one that you love, and you're living in the apartment you always wanted and had the perfect job, and then all of a sudden you decide to get tested for HIV because that's what you do every 6 months, and someone comes up HIV positive. That can be a lot of trauma in itself. Having HIV is a very scary thing. Being gay is a very scary thing as well. Being gay and coming out to your family and friends can be terrifying because you never know how people are going to react. You hear of people disowning their family members all the time because they were gay, because they had high expectations of them bearing children and getting married and having lots of grandchildren. You know, that's a very hard, bitter pill for some people to swallow, to face the fact that they'll never have grandchildren. And then going out in the community and putting up with homophobia and prejudice and stereotypes. There's nothing more humiliating to be called cupcake when you're a masculine gay male. Not everybody is stereotypically gay. We're not all cross-dressers and flamboyant. Some of us are just ourselves and comparatively boring to the rest of the population. Also, we've had our relationships not respected, and our lifestyle, our orientation being referred as a lifestyle. Only recently, since 2 years ago, have we been able to legally marry in the United States at all, here in the South. Also, we face rejection from our straight friends when we come out. They just can't accept that we are who we are. A lot of times they feel like they were lied to, in which that's fair in the way they were. But I mean, we've always been the people that we've always been. We just had a mask on. But when that mask falls off, some people are more frightened of what's under the mask than what's on top of the mask. We all have a fear of the unknown, especially when you turn out to be HIV positive. You have a fear of the disease. How is the disease going to affect me? What kind of illnesses am I going to get? Am I going to die? Am I going to hurt? Is it going to be excruciating? Is it going to be gross? I don't want my family to watch that. That's probably what you're thinking to yourself. You have a fear of rejection from your family and friends. Will they ever touch me again? Will my mother ever want to kiss me on the forehead again? Will I be able to hug and kiss my nieces and nephews? Probably so, but in time. You also may have a fear of spreading the disease to other people, the infection to other people, specifically to your partner. And if your partner leaves, you wonder, will I ever love again? Will I ever date again? Only time can tell. But most people do move on. You don't die. You take your HIV medications regularly and on time, as prescribed, like you're supposed to. Your HIV viral load is undetectable. Your family still loves you and gives you hugs very often. And you learn to cope with your infection. You learn how to live again and fall in love, which is an awesome thing to do. Considerations for people with HIV are that you should stay healthy. You need to eat a balanced, healthy diet. You need to begin your medications sooner rather than later and take your medications as prescribed and on time. Follow through with all your labs just so you can see where your white blood cell count is at. Receive all your scheduled vaccinations. If your doctor wants you to have the flu vaccine every year and get the pneumonia vaccine, then you probably ought to do that because that's in your best interest to keep you healthy. Do not consume untreated water or raw milk or uncooked eggs and meats because that gives you unnecessary pathogens that can get you sick, especially if you have a compromised immune system. Don't get into situations where you're exposed to excessive spores, molds, and fungus. Let somebody else clean out the garage. Let somebody else clean out the kitty box, or even the unthinkable. You may consider rehoming the cat if you can't find someone to help you do that. Take your medications regularly and on time as prescribed, and everything will usually pan out for the better. We live in an unpredictable society. We live in a world with unpredictable storms, with unpredictable people. You never know what people are going to do. We live with people who are filled with hatred, who join terrorist groups, who join hate groups, and that do all sorts of unexpected stuff, like shooting up a federal building or blowing up a federal building, crashing into the the World Trade Center, having a shootout with the police, shooting up a gay club. All sorts of things could possibly happen. So it's our responsibility to try to remain safe. It's important to realize that we can't control everything. Some things are simply out of our control, but there are places and situations that we can control, such as in our households and possibly where we work. We do have a sense of somewhat control. And some of the things that we can do is set up an emergency kit, especially at home. Emergency kits are very important, especially if you're prone to having hurricanes, tornadoes, if you have an earthquake even, that can come in handy. Even in medical emergencies and first aid emergencies, these kits can come in very handy. In the emergency kit, you want to have a first aid kit as part of that kit. So just think of it as two kits in one. In your emergency kit, you want to keep up with current medications. You might want to write a list of medications that you're taking, the dosages and the times. That way, if you're ever in a position where you can't talk, people can know what medications you're taking. And it's easy just to take a list of medications out when you go to the doctor. Keep a copy in your purse or in your wallet if you're a gentleman. In your emergency medical kit, or in your emergency kit rather, you want to keep your current supply of medications. They say, the literature says 3 to 7 days, but if you're HIV positive, I would keep it for enough medications for 7 to 14 days just to ensure that you do not run out of medications. And check the prescriptions and make sure that they're up to date every 6 months. That's very important. There's no use in having the medication if it's too old and it's not active anymore, if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, or if it turns toxic. Have your medical supplies ready. If you have to change bandages or whatever, and it's scheduled, then keep a good 7-day supply of medical supplies. 7 changes of band-aids. If you have to do it twice a day, keep 14. It's nice to have those supplies available. Have a multi-purpose tool. That way, if you get stuck in a situation and you need different things, that's a great space saver. And plus, it gives you whatever you need. Have a supply of your personal care items like your shampoo, like soap, your toothbrush, toothpaste, feminine care products, anything to make you more comfortable. Have a flashlight and a radio that works. And have a supply of batteries that are charged and are not expired. You want to check those too every 6 months to make sure they're not defective. And you also want to have your important documents and paperwork with you, and put them in a waterproof bag. You want to have your passports, your birth certificates, insurance papers, any documentation you have on your infection or your illness, your medications that you're on, anything that's pertinent that you want to keep with you. You might even have a copy of your credit cards in that box. All that information is extremely important, especially in an emergency situation. Another thing we can do is set up a safe haven. And a safe haven is a place in the home where it's in the middle of the home with limited windows and has access to communication, preferably like a telephone. Not many people put telephones in their bathrooms anymore, but it happens. You want to keep your safety kit and your first aid kit in there and readily available. That's very important. Also, you might want to keep a supply of fresh water. 1 gallon of water per person per day. Have 5-day supply of water. So if it's 2 of you, keep 10 gallons of water in the safe haven. Or let's just call it the safety room to make it easier. But it's your safe haven. Also have a supply of candles, matches, flashlights, and even extra batteries, and make sure these work too. And then a lot of people keep their bedding supplies in their closet, which comes in handy. You got to have a place to sleep should you have to spend the night. Also, a toileting capability. That's why a lot of people tend to choose the bathroom. And have your medications and first aid kits available for use. And have a change of clothing and even a pen and paper so you can record certain things. This is the first video that I'm recording. I got another one I'm going to record. I figured I'd give you the tools in one video and then discuss the issue in the other. Thank you.